Okay. Nope.
No.
Oh, and no volume over there.
We're
There.
doing this again.
I couldn't figure out which one to click. Hey, y'all.
We're not risking the problems we had last week again.
Right.
Oh gosh, I've got to catch up.
Well, I'm trying to read over there, and it ain't gonna hurt. It ain't gonna help me because the pole is right in front of it. So,
It's fine. I got it.
hey guys. Hey ladies.
There's Miss Wanda, Jake Hudson, Jody, Christina, Candy, Cheryl, Mr. Jim,
One Scott,
Lorraine,
Julie. Keep going. I can't see good.
Dana, Carol, Susan, and Marcy. That's what I have so far.
So far.
How about that?
All right.
Now you can start reading them from your screen.
There's Deb and Laura. So, yeah. Hey, y'all. It's Sunday evening.
Does that look dark to y'all? I know it's got to be a better picture than what we've had on our webcam anyway.
Give me that right.
But
the little one, hand it to me. We will one day, we will get on here.
And actually be ready?
And nothing will have to be adjusted. One day.
No, there's no way. Wanda said it looks fine. It just looked a little dark to me.
One day we will not have to adjust. We will not be in our living room.
Well, one day we will have decent internet.
We will not be sitting in our living room doing this or any of that. Where's the little clicky?
The little clicky.
There we are. That's much better.
It had the little clicky.
There we are.
But they said it's nice and clear, so that's a good thing.
That's why we're using the phone, because it's much clearer.
It's a better picture, and we can trust the internet on it.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Which is wild, because our phone is AT&T and our house internet is AT&T, and one is much worse than the other.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was getting some tips for when I'm cooking meatballs, but I already had backed off the water from the last time. But if you don't put that amount in there, it doesn't make the gravy, and it gets too thick, and then it's not good on the sandwich.
I was thinking we could add probably a little bit of cornstarch, make a thicker roux out of it.
I didn't want it thicker, then it's not good.
Right. I think it was really good.
We had, just to give them an update, I've had that same version where I added sour cream and heavy cream in, and it tasted really good, but there's so much of it that then it gets too thick and it's yummy. So I've done all the adjusting I can do at the moment on that.
And it's really good. It really is. It was, the kids loved it. Yeah. We've been eating just meatballs, and it'd be really good with noodles, like egg noodles, to make like a stroganoff kind of thing.
But I was a little nervous about doing another cooking video. People just don't like them.
Yeah. Jody said, what was the beef liquid you added?
Beef consomme.
What's the difference between that and
couldn't tell you.
Stock?
Don't know.
I wondered why it has consomme. I don't know if I've ever.
I don't know. It's a lot thicker than beef stock, but what it is, I couldn't tell you. But that was what the recipe calls for.
So that's what we got.
I actually put less water than it calls for, but if you don't put enough, it doesn't make your gravy right.
Right.
Goodness. I don't know, Jody.
You could do a beef stock.
She don't know if she has it there.
You could do a beef stock. It would work.
Well, I'm sure it would. You would just have to adjust. Or a beef
bouillon kind of thing.
If you use stock, you probably wouldn't use as much water because it'd be thinner. I think. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I just know that's what the recipe called for, so that's what I got. Dana says very similar.
Wonder if it's like canned milk. What's that? Not sweetened condensed, but evaporated. It's just been cooked down longer.
I don't know. Kayla said her brother loves tacos made with beef with consomme. It includes gelatin and other additives to add body. We got a definition to it.
That makes sense.
So, I don't know. I just know that's what it called for.
So that's what you got. I'm glad you didn't do any substitutions. Hey, Kayla. We have stock cubes or stock liquid.
So Jody, this is in like the canned soup.
Which would be where your beef stock is.
Well, sometimes.
Well, here in the United States,
Well, it depends on the store. Oh. Your stock's not always with the soup. It's usually close.
Yeah.
It's not always with the soup. But you know that I think it being a video of not just cooking, I think it did a little better. I know there's some that like the cooking videos, but then you have some that's like,
well, we didn't say, hey, this is a cooking video. So,
I'm going to eat with Julie.
Why?
She's having fried catfish and potatoes au gratin.
Ooh, that sounds
Our good. Live went to food really quick.
Well, guess what I'm going to cook?
It's St. Patrick's Day. So tell them, Zoe.
I'm going to fry some cabbage and make some mashed potatoes.
And sausage.
And sausage and bacon.
Quit leaving that part out.
Well, the cabbage, when I say that, I don't plan to cook cabbage any other way than with bacon, sausage, onions, and cabbage.
Zoe asked me on the way home, she's like, do you still want me to do the cabbage? And I said, sure. And she said, okay, I'm going to do the cabbage and potatoes. Is that it? Well, no, I'll still do the sausage and stuff. Well, you didn't say that. So if you didn't say it, I was like, I don't want just cabbage and potatoes. No. I don't.
I said, hey.
But Mackenzie then when you said you were doing it the same as last time, I was like, yeah.
Mackenzie said, we ate that last week. I said, well, last week wasn't St. Patrick's Day.
That's right.
We got to cook it again.
And we're not Irish, but you're doing it anyway.
Because it's delicious.
It was really good. So, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Oh, and by the way, Wright's bacon on sale.
That's even better.
We like Wright's bacon. If it ain't homegrown, then it's Wright's.
M. Justice said cooking videos are fine. Always looking for new ideas for a meal. And I'm okay with that. I like to watch different stuff on there that gives me ideas.
Do you think I need to raise it up?
Some people don't really care for it.
Do I need to raise it up?
Yes.
I was thinking the same.
You know, I'm looking at the computer and I don't.
I was like, we're looking down at.
Yeah, we don't need to be looking down.
I think that's better.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Christy said her and Tony's anniversary's today, 18 years. Well, happy anniversary. I see. I can't get them.
Lorraine said never eat cooked cabbage. By the time I have it cut up, I've eaten it all.
I think Chance would munch on it. I don't like raw cabbage too much. I do like, don't you put cabbage in coleslaw? Isn't that what that's made of? I like coleslaw. But that's raw.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see if there's any more to that.
I was about to say I don't like raw cabbage, but I like coleslaw.
You used to it. You got a question. Did you cut your hair?
I didn't. Maybe an inch. But I did have my color done.
You had it done for the
time
expo.
I got it done so I not look homeless at the expo.
Zoe, that thing is slowly going down.
You know why? It's got that light on it.
Pull it back up. I knew that you didn't have that thing that low.
We'll just have to keep adjusting. Oh gosh.
Listen,
there's the walkers.
Pitiful. You know what? They don't have these problems.
Yeah, because they have a designated area to do their video.
Their lives don't do this.
Their camera doesn't slowly fall down because it's a phone stand that's got a ring light on top of it, making it go down real slow.
Yeah, it's funny. I just realized it.
Grilled sausage with onions, peppers, mushrooms on sauerkraut, mac and cheese. Yep. I'm on my way.
Who said?
What?
Why did I look? Lorraine said I looked surprised.
I know. Why? I don't understand. Why would you look surprised at me talking about cabbage?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You want me to say something about it, and it didn't happen.
We will get to see everybody in just a few more days. I'm
so excited about that too, because that's one of my favorites, is just being all these people we talk to all the time and put it, we're going to be put all in the same place. And you never know what's going to happen.
That, and we get to meet some more people that we've been talking to in the last year or so.
Yeah. Because it's been...
I guess it hadn't been a year because last time it was June.
It was hot.
She used a ring light on a separate phone holder.
Well, I have one
she actually has two going right now.
Right there. That's how dim our living room is.
One ring light, it has its own stand, and then the brighter one, which doesn't make any sense, is a little bitty one.
Mm-hmm.
I wish everybody could come, Carol.
I think they are going to have an awesome turnout. It has grown like twofold this year. Like all the listings of the vendors and the speakers and the everything. They just kept adding.
Well, yes, I let it slip my mind that Cassie saw us in September.
Duh.
But we didn't get to see everybody. We just got to see them and Brandon Kane.
You were supposed to. She is everybody.
Okay.
Why are you doing that to her?
I didn't mean that bad. We got to see the most important ones in September.
We didn't get to see Mazzy, is what he meant.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's what he meant.
We got to...
That we didn't get to hang out with anybody because we had to leave and go straight to a darn football game.
I know.
Yeah, you don't count, apparently.
We missed the hanging out part because we had to leave.
You might have got in on that bet and had to be wearing some Oklahoma stuff.
I'm glad I didn't get in on any betting. Yep, Susan probably met him. She had all that Georgia stuff on.
I'm trying to read. Oh, Pamela said she said hello from Helena. That made me think our cameras.
You were in Helena today.
Look, we're gonna keep shrinking.
Zoe, brace it back up. Put that thing on something else.
I'm just gonna turn it off.
Y'all, this is pitiful.
That's crazy. Look at the difference.
Dang.
It makes a difference.
Rookies. Set it up right there and turn it back on. Yes. Put it right there on that stand.
Oh my word.
Put it right there on that stand.
You're being bougie. Look at you being bougie.
Well, at least it'll quit making our camera drop.
There we go. Now it's just shining on my shiny spots.
That's okay. I don't care.
But yes, I was in Helena area today. I had Rhett's girlfriend, Emmy. It was her birthday today. And do you know what she settled on for her birthday party? Do you know what she settled on? A leprechaun party. At first, she wanted unicorns and tutus and then dinosaurs or something else. And she settled on a leprechaun party. So she had pots of gold and candy, coins, and a leprechaun cake.
Mr. Jim said he hopes you come home from the expo with a mini giraffe.
Oh, my.
Is that one of those auction things?
Yeah, last expo got me the stuffed alpaca, and it's on my nightstand.
Did come home with an alpaca last time.
I did. And then in September, Londa was it Londa that brought me an alpaca fur?
I think so, because she brought me those alpaca socks I wore in the mountains for Christmas.
Yep. But we maybe that girl will be there again. I can come home with another alpaca.
Maybe. Hello, Neil.
Cool. I can get a pair or a twin for my other stuffed one.
Said he came over for some silly. You're in the right place. That's about what
like
we've
she
got.
said a while ago, it's my time to shine. All my shiny spots.
Silly is what we have.
She said, Lynn said, I'll go to Pedals this year on Friday and shop so she can visit all day on Saturday. You should bring you a lawn chair and park right there in the middle and just take it all in.
See, I didn't even get to finish the day because Chance had a football game 3 towns over.
No, it's the farthest one away.
I had to leave, and Zoe actually went to the closing part. I tried to help you gather everything up.
You did.
But then I had to change really quick, jump in the truck, and go coach his football game.
I got there right as the game was starting.
Yeah.
But it was the farthest away game.
Did you make it by the time it started?
I did. Y'all were getting on the field.
So
Rhett actually had to miss his game because his game was first. Because we would have had to leave 2 hours earlier than that for both of them. So
yeah, and he was just a 4-year-old. He didn't really care whether he went or not.
No, he did not.
He didn't care once you took him whether he was there or not.
So yesterday, Farmer Rhett played baseball, his first game of the year, and he played different positions, but his most favorite, he got to play catcher. Y'all.
He got to do what Bubba does.
And you don't think these kids are watching, but all the other kids, 5 and 6 year olds, they get up there and they're just like, oh, there's stars in the sky. And they're just like letting the balls fly past them. And Rhett got up there and he got in his stance and he put his glove up there, his mitt, and put that hand behind his back, and he was ready. And he caught almost all of them.
He did, just like Bubba. I had
the cutest picture. Both the boys played catcher yesterday.
He got in his hand, got the mitt up, and had that hand to him. He was ready to go.
He grinned the entire time. He was so happy to do that. He loved it. And if they don't keep putting him there, we're going to get him because he loved it.
He gets bored out in the field if they don't hit it to him.
Yeah.
He loses interest.
But that, and a couple of them dinged off his mask, and he never flinched. He was right there in it.
That's what it's for.
Right there. It was so cute. Maybe you will buy a chocolate-covered cheesecake.
You can count on it.
If we can get them to let us pay for it.
They won't.
They're not. And we're coming home with popcorn.
I know they won't. And we'll have to bring Brooke popcorn.
Yes, we will.
But I already know that's going to happen. I actually said several weeks ago in a comment to something, I can't remember. It was on one of the posts. I think Erica had posted where they were speaking again. And I said, I'm just ready to race Cody to the chocolate-covered cheesecake. And now here he is doing this carnivore thing, and he's not going to have it.
I know. So you ain't got to run as fast.
Now I can just stroll. I'll take Cassie one. She's going to be busy. You have to use
the right word. You can mosey. We are Southerners. We mosey. Hey, Amanda. We do everything.
Is that an official term?
We do everything with grace. We mosey by. I'm just gonna mosey on by there and grab me a
chocolate-covered cheesecake. Dang right.
We probably had 4 or 5 of them while we was there last time. Because every time we saw Rhett, he had another one.
I know. I think every time he walked by there, they handed him one.
We'd be walking and Rhett be behind us, and we'd turn around, and there he was with a stick. And it's like, how did they see him coming?
Rhett, where'd you get that?
He handed it to me. She handed it to me. That's right. She said, I'm never too busy for cheesecake.
Well, I just said I would take it to her since she's so busy.
Yeah.
I'll just have to grab her one
there while she's doing
emceeing and speaking. And
she needs to let me be her Vanna White at her presentation.
You can be the presenter.
I'll be a Vanna White. Let me draw the numbers.
This is a chicken.
I can do it. And your number 1, 4, 8, 7. And the winner is 1, 4, 8, 7. See? I can do it.
You're going to end up getting yourself volunteered for something you don't want to do, is what you're going to do.
I don't need to be on a big stage.
She says she don't trust me not to lick it. I wouldn't do that.
You just take a bite. Just take a bite.
Hey, Mr. Tony.
You beat Catherine because she ain't here and I'm mad.
What she's doing.
I got to get her to come to the farm.
Judy said, I love your lives. They're so relaxed. It has to be, Judy. We have no idea what we're doing.
It has to be because we don't have a clue how to do it any other way.
We're just here.
We try. I think, you know what? I bet that's why Cassie and Gary don't go live together very often. He wouldn't know how to edit her. He can't edit her in a live. And Cassie's face talks a lot. Oh, she's asleep. Is she sick?
She's got to be under the weather.
Oh, no. I hope she's not. I need to check on her when we get done. I ain't talked to her today.
Lorraine said, we don't really have baseball here. We have cricket. My brother used to have his back to the game practicing bowling when in the outfield.
She's lazy, he said. We're going to delete that comment. She said my face talks a lot. It's a good way to put it.
Yeah, she can't hide a whole lot, especially when somebody says something. It's just...
Yeah, it flies all over her from head to toe. You can see
that even though she may not say it, she really wants to say it. So it kind of it's kind of loud without saying anything.
Yeah. Cassie's loud? Oh, no.
No, I mean the look is loud.
Fonda said spontaneity is awesome. Like I said, we would... Let me get comfortable over here.
Since you were talking about her presenting about chickens, tell them about your trip to the school. That's our video.
Look at you tying it all together, making it flow.
That's why I'm the editor.
Just don't talk over me.
Don't interrupt.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
Tell them about your trip to school.
Oh, and there's something else I have to tell you about that. You're going to hear it when everybody else does.
Like your name?
No. Yeah, like my name.
Like your real name? Like... I get to find out about it on the live?
There's Alan with the face hand. So last year I went to the school and set up. It was my first time doing it. Me and Rhett went. We set up. We basically just set up for the chickens. But she messaged me, asked me if I could do it again. They have chickens that were going to be hatching this weekend. And she said, would you be willing to do that? And I said, sure. Do you want me to talk to them or anything? She said, yes, that would be great. So Wednesday, took Rhett to school, came home, loaded up the car, and off I went right down the road back to his school and took a wagon that had a tote, a light, and I fixed the light. I didn't want anybody to think that I didn't make it safe because, those lights can be unsafe if they're not done properly. I zip-tied a piece of wood across the top and then zip-tied a light to it. That way it would not fall into... Wait, raise your hand.
Imagine that. You zip ties.
Yes, I did. And so they shavings, a feeder, food, water, and probiotics, and electrolytes. So they are all set up. I talked to them about it. We went through all kind of stuff. And one of the little girls in the class, she asked me lots of questions. Hey,
Christy and Scott.
So
I just saw them pop up. Sorry.
It's okay. I can't see anything.
I know it.
So this morning, I saw new people come into church. It was a man and his daughter. And I told the little girl, I said, you look so pretty in your outfit. They sat right in front of me in my normal seat. I said, "You look so pretty in your outfit." You could tell they were new. She said, "You came to my class." I said, "I sure did." She said, and we talked about chickens. She said, "Do you think my chickens are going to hatch?" I said, "They're probably hatching right now. Wouldn't it be so fun if you get to school in the morning and there's chickens everywhere, or while y'all are in class, y'all start hearing the peeps of the chicks?"
Mm-hmm.
And move Millie. Matt, get Millie. And she, after that, she just kept looking back at me and smiling because she had made a connection with me. She made her daddy write down the name of our farm and everything that so she could go and watch it because she has chicks at home. She has chickens at home, and she had one that was her favorite, and it was a speckled Sussex, and she was just really cool. And she asked about if I had blue eggs. We talked about having blue eggs because she wants an Americana, and so I might let her take one of our older incubators and try and incubate herself some eggs, maybe.
I forgot what I was going to ask you.
Oh, man, I couldn't stop. I would have forgot.
I know, but now I done forgot what I was going to ask you.
You just need to write it down.
It's a little bit late now. But then I forgot what I was about to ask you something. I forgot.
So it's a class of about 30 kids. They have 2 teachers. And it's about 30 kids. And they're hatching 14, 15 eggs.
I know what I was going to ask you.
What?
You were supposed to text the teacher the name of the channel because you had so many kids ask you.
I was.
When I put the video in there, I had like 2 questions I left in there, but Zoe answered questions for a long time.
I did.
It would have made that a terribly long video.
Well, and when I turned my camera, I did not turn it enough that I was in it either. But you could see the majority of the class. And when I first went in, the first thing I did, I didn't want anybody to think, that's right, that's why interrupting's so important.
Yeah, but she said not to.
Well, see, you interrupted me. What did I say?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't want anybody to think I was breaking privacy or anything. I asked when I first got there, "Hey, is this okay?" She said, "This is perfectly fine. We have no fosters. We have no..."
That's what you have to be careful of.
I do, and I always ask when we do things like that, if we know on our baseball team, if we know we have some kids that can't be, I don't include them in that. You know, football's the same way.
See, Sue pointed out the teacher said she was going to write it on the board.
Yes. And I'll have to send it to her. But I even told the little girl, I said, the video I made with you guys, we just put on there yesterday, so you'll have to go and watch it. So yeah, it was kind of neat. And there's the slacker. We thought you were sick. Tony should have just said you were sick because then he told me you were lazy.
Catherine, we asked if you were feeling under the weather because we knew Catherine has not settled down yet. And I ain't going to tell you what the answer was.
I did. I just said it.
I
Tony
know,
said it looks like I got up too early. I just yawn a lot. We have had a very busy day, though. You've been at work all day. We went to church, fed the farm.
I'm back on my long hours.
Yeah, we fed the farm, went to the birthday party, went to the grocery store, and here we are with all of y'all.
Just limping through it. Catherine missed all our fiasco at the first of it, where their camera was falling and... No.
A nap.
Look, Mary said, "Catherine, they said you're lazy." We didn't say that. Somebody at Campfire and Countryside said that, but it wasn't us.
She better reach over and smack him.
There was some other YouTube channel said it, but it wasn't us. Hey, Miss Dawn. Mackenzie.
Here, Millie.
Millie's wanting to get in the chair. She's too big for that.
Here, Millie.
But there were a couple of comments about the sound quality in the school. If y'all missed that, the teacher gave Zoe a mic.
she did. They have, because their classrooms are so large, they have this thing they wear around their neck that it's a microphone and it amplifies via Bluetooth through or Wi-Fi or however.
But it's amplifying to them. It's not going into your phone like your mic would have. No, and you couldn't wear both.
No. So. And right. So it would have done that feedback thing that you get when you have two microphones side by side. And it was much more important that the class be able to hear me, because it was for them. But it worked really well. I mean, it amplified me more than you guys think, because you probably wouldn't have heard me as well without it coming through the speakers in the room.
It wasn't like when y'all took the pig to the school where you had somebody carrying the camera around on you. You had to set it up because it was just you. You were doing your thing.
Yeah.
So I know I had more than one say, "Hey, the sound's really bad."
It was
about as good as it was going to get. It just had to do what it did. I mean, that's not much you could do about that.
Yeah.
It had to be set up in a certain place to get everything you were going to do.
Yeah, because
you didn't have somebody operating the camera.
I did not want to keep walking over there moving my camera around. That would have been a distraction. Yeah.
The kids would have lost interest if you doing that too
Catherine
much.
would have got in their faces.
She would have followed you around. Sue said you just had to pay attention.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the volume did change a little bit from that because you were across the classroom and couldn't be like right up on
saying. If I had not worn their microphone, you probably would not have been able to hear it all.
Kevin said you should have had one of the kids work the camera. That doesn't work out when we have our own kids do the camera.
Dawn said, ask him for prayers for Aurora. They're headed to Boston's Children's Hospital for a second opinion for neurosurgery.
I still have her on my list from last week, Dawn. I looked at it today.
Yeah. Ain't nothing but a thing chicken wing. I think that's what. Yeah, nothing but a thing chicken wing. It was awesome. It's one of my favorite things I get to do. I was hoping last year they would ask me to do it again. I enjoyed it, so I'm hoping, and maybe one year Red will be in that class, and that'd be great because they are good teachers.
We are doing something else at that school, April the 8th. Is that right?
It's a Monday.
I think that's the date.
Nick texted me and said,
we'll get to go for something else and do it again.
You texted me and you said, Rhett's teacher called. And I said, well, she didn't call me. What does she want? Like, what's going on now? It was Friday.
Zoe was offended that they didn't call her.
It was Thursday.
It's on the 8th.
Because you were off, and I was thinking, well, of course, the school calls you the day that you're off work, And you said, they want me to come in and speak to them as a farmer. So it's your turn. You get to write a speech.
No, I actually said that we could both go.
Oh, I love doing it. She said, Cornbread, we actually heard back from St. Jude's Medical Center too.
Good deal.
Maybe the response is what they were hoping.
I hope so.
Boston's Children's Hospital is the best. They helped my son and daughter. We won't be kissing a pig this year. Maybe it's kiss a donkey. Oh, Jack will love to do that. He's all about some kissing.
I'm not hauling Jack to that school.
Oh, he would halter walk all over the place. He would strut and he would show out.
Can you please keep my older girl's father, her ex-husband, in her prayers? He is going into open heart surgery tomorrow for a double bypass.
Yep.
Katie, we sure will.
Oh, thank you. Homestead Carver said, I'm so proud of you. I don't care what the audio sounded like.
It wasn't like it was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it may have been.
It just wasn't microphoned. That's all it is.
And to be honest, it could just be their volume as they're watching it if it's different. I mean, it could have been different from when you were up talking to the camera, and then when you go in the room, it's a little more dull. But I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
Really. Lorraine says she thought it was fine.
Well, and when I watched it, I was going to say, when I watched it, if there was not a lot of background noise going on, it was fine. It was when the kids were getting loud, I couldn't hear it as well, but I didn't see it having any issues. And if you're like us and you're watching it on your phone or on your TV, it should be fine.
Well, I don't have any other noise when I'm editing.
Right.
I have earphones in. I can zero in on that audio and make adjustments and try to keep it even best I can. But if you're noise, distant, you got classroom noise.
33 people's noises.
If I adjust that too much, then it's just not going to be good.
It's late. He's loading the truck for the Okie Homestead.
Ed is loading up.
Tuesday. Oh, man.
He's listening while he's loading. We'll be about 2 days behind you, Ed. You'll be scrolling through Alabama. I'll still be at work.
Yeah. We actually have ball games Tuesday. And then we'll pack at some point.
I will pack as soon as I get home from work on Wednesday. And we will leave super early.
We're supposed to do a live Wednesday. Are we going to do our live?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just stay up late and then get up early.
Yeah, we're still doing our live Wednesday. That will be the night before we're leaving for the Okie. We have to go live.
I might just go live while we're riding at some point because I'll be bored.
You're never awake long enough to go live while we're driving.
I will be.
Y'all don't even let Zoe lie to you. If she's riding, she's asleep. I do not have traveling partner. Yes, Zoe is out if we're driving.
I just need snacks.
You wake up long enough to eat snacks, and then you go back to sleep. You do that.
I do that.
You wake up long enough to eat Cheez-Its or something, and you go back.
Cheez-Its are my favorite, especially the dark ones. Cheddar Jack. What's the dark ones? Extra toasty.
Extra toasty.
I love them.
But anyway. we may have to go live so they can see some of the scenery.
Yeah. Catherine said, just leave. Leave that farm with me. That's right. Gonna have it all to myself. I'm gonna need you to come tomorrow. I'm gonna message you. You can come tomorrow after I get Farmer Rhett from school.
She can go torment Bandit as Littlefoot.
Foxcat said there's about 10 watching you right now, and they're all Irish. Just hop from Buc-ee's to Buc-ee's. You know, I don't recall any Buc-ee's the whole way.
I don't know how many Buc-ee's we passed.
I don't think we passed
I hope
any.
Foxcat didn't miss you talking about your Irish food you're doing tonight in honor of St. Patrick's Day, and we're not Irish.
I could be Irish if it meant eating the good food.
Susan doesn't get to sleep. She's always driving.
Nick don't let me drive.
Mm-mm. Zoe don't let me drive.
What? What now?
I'm going to drive.
Yeah.
Zoe, no, Catherine says she's got something small planned. I don't even want to know. I get more rest driving than I would as a passenger.
Dawn said, what color are all the animals going to be when we get back? Red, yellow, green, and white. They are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little
We're still picking up tinsel out of the pasture. Just don't do anything that's going to make a mess, because I still got tinsel in the pasture. I pick up a piece every couple of days or so.
All right. She has an Okie question. Are the tickets at the gate the same price as if they are ordered online?
Well, I think there was an early bird price that's already expired. Oh. Maybe Cassie gets back on here and can answer that. I think they're the same. But like I said, there was an early bird price several months ago.
Hey, Gaff.
But that's, I'm sure, over.
I'm not sure.
But I would say they're probably the same price. Since Kevin's
listening, he might know.
Yeah, Kevin could answer, but he's probably working in the greenhouse or something, just listening.
Your mama said Taylors do have Irish in them. My grandmother told me when I was little. Look at you. That's why you shave your head, because you got red hair. Irish people have red hair. Right?
You know my hair's not red.
I've never seen it.
Zoe!
It's like never seeing you and Superman in the same room at the same time.
I'm trying to look up about the Okie tickets. Would you get on another subject somewhere?
Does it involve rustling a tiny silver goat? She wouldn't know where to hide that little silver goat.
She can't hide it.
That big old Bertha Yukon's going to be skirting up in her yard.
I was trying to look.
Mm-hmm. $50 at the gate, ain't it?
That's for both days. I think you only can get for both days, right? Isn't that something that's different? Somebody, no, yes, there we go.
There.
Kevin answered. Same price as online price now, he believes too.
Right. Hey, Landon.
That was what I was thinking, because they did have a early bird pre-sale.
Hey, Renee, Michelle.
One ticket for both days, yes.
Yes. It's worth that.
My friend just said you guys are fake patties or people who are not from Ireland. No, we're not from Ireland.
No, not at all. Not even close. One ticket both days.
Sergeant Tom Bales.
Hi.
Other folks, Northeast Georgia farm.
How are you? I haven't seen you in a little while.
Snowy, North Dakota.
Hey, Rhonda.
Are they getting snow again?
We've been having lots of rain. I've not seen that. Oh, he had dirty hands. He's working and took.
Well, I told you he was probably working in that greenhouse and he couldn't tie it. Yep.
We understand, Mr. Bales.
I was talking about Kevin.
Irish don't eat cornbread.
Well, I can't be Irish, Jody, because I have to have cornbread.
What kind of bread do they eat?
You'll have to ask them. I don't know.
I love bread.
I couldn't tell you
what kind.
I don't know. Ask Foxcat.
What kind of bread is an Irish bread? Y'all, I'm just not cultured. I promise you, it's nothing more than I'm just not cultured to these things around the world. Jody said normal bread. Soda bread, potato bread, soda bread.
What's soda bread?
Irish soda bread. Now I'm going to have to look at that too.
Well, I'm not Googling that. I was pulling my notes up. But what is soda bread? See, we have a better resource than Google, because we can just ask them. We have people in Ireland that can tell us plenty.
Daff said she Googled it, and Taylor is very common in Britain and Ireland. You know what's so funny? Nick's mama is a tailor. And then she married a baker. And Nick became a baker. My maiden name is Taylor as well. But we are from two way different families. Like, I'm not from here. And our families are Taylor's kind of common anyway. But it was kind of funny that he's a tailor and I'm a tailor. So, my mama's a tailor and my mother-in-law's a tailor. Same for you. Your mom's a tailor and your mother-in-law's a tailor.
I reckon. Cheryl says it's a type of sourdough. You lost me.
Sorry.
You lost me. I was reading these Sergeant Tom Bell said he is 25% Irish, and he made crackling cornbread last night. That's something you haven't done in a while.
Crackling cornbread? Cornbread, period.
No, you've made cornbread not too long ago, but not crackling cornbread. You haven't done that in a while.
It's been hard to find them, but I do know that Associated.
You didn't find the good ones. We could find them, but you couldn't find the good ones like you use.
Yeah.
But they probably do have them.
Look, Christine said we may be related. She has Bakers and Taylors in her family.
It's possible. You never know.
I had my first tacos, cornbread, and biscuits and gravy at 22. We're going to do biscuits and gravy tomorrow.
So glad I didn't go that long without biscuits and gravy.
That's Rhett's favorite food in the entire world.
Yep. Susan said we're freezing up.
I see that. We should not be.
Shouldn't be. I hope not.
A variety of quick bread made with sodium bicarbonate. That would be baking soda. Right.
Is used as a leavening agent instead of yeast. Soda bread is flour, baking soda, salt, and buttermilk. Oh, I
have all that.
I think I could do that.
I have all that right now.
He said cracklings are very hard to find. Well, we made our own cracklings, but we didn't put them in cornbread because we ate them too much.
Everybody says we're good. And we can make our own cracklings. I still have some fat to render down again. They
didn't go in cornbread. We ate them as soon as we made them.
But I'm saying I have more fat to render down. We can make our own cracklings.
Oh, again. Yeah. That was really good. Irish, like all people, make their breads and meals out of whatever ingredients are found locally. Not a lot of corn grown in Ireland.
Well, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
You're using what's available in your area.
I tell you what, there's a lot of good food that came out of necessity.
Oh, yeah.
Or limited ingredients.
Yep.
People had limited ingredients, and one being one of my favorites. If you read the history of it, and a lot of people on here aren't going to know what it is, but one of the best things that came from people just not having a lot was buttermilk pie.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They used what they had and come up with buttermilk pie, and that is one of my favorite things ever. And cornbread. And cornbread was just because they just what they had laying around.
Daff said the gravy that you have with biscuits, is that a meat-based gravy or something different? As what you call biscuits, we call scones. Now, can I imagine? So when I think of scones, I think of
a pastry, a sweet pastry is what I think of.
Yeah. What are those rectangle things you used to get at Arby's? Turnovers.
Yeah, that's what I think of too.
A heavier, denser turnover. Shortbread.
Lorraine said.
So she's asking if it's a meat.
You need to make it for us. Gravy here is the juice from the meat thickened. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what it is. Biscuits are hard. When you say biscuits and gravy, that's what she thinks of.
Yes.
Scones
are hard, yes.
So Southern biscuits are made with buttermilk if you do them right. If you don't do it with buttermilk, you're not doing it right. But they're very fluffy and soft.
And they're not sweet.
And they're not sweet.
Really?
So, yes, I see everybody saying scones and biscuits are very different.
Yes.
Their biscuits are obviously what we think of like a Danish, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes. I was thinking more like a real thick shortbread almost. Biscuits are not meant to crumble.
And then British biscuits are what we call cookies. Yeah.
Yes.
I would agree with that. Scones look like biscuits, but have them with cream and jam.
Yes. Yeah, so
you definitely can put jam on biscuits.
But biscuits are tender and flaky.
Yes.
Versus dense.
And Christine made a good point. A scone should be a heavy dough.
Yes.
And you don't want your biscuits to be heavy.
Nope.
You're going to have to make gravy and biscuits.
You know what? I was planning to do that.
I'll have to make
tomorrow.
The biscuits.
Well, yeah.
But
I need to get some some blocks of butter.
So, yes, she mentioned that it was made from the juice and thickened. It's basically the fat. The best gravy starts with bacon fat. And what's weird about it is you add sausage to it. Sausage gravy is my favorite. But I want the gravy and flour, which is kind of like Cajun cooking. You start with a roux. Mm-hmm. It's flour and some kind of fat, but my favorite is bacon fat.
Well, you cook your meat first.
Yeah.
And you pull the meat out and leave your drippings in the pan.
Right.
And then you put a dose of flour on it, and you cook that down for about 2 to 3 minutes, because you want that raw flour taste to be gone.
Yeah, you got to do that.
And then you start slowly adding in liquid. And as it cooks, it's going to thicken. So you might actually use more liquid than you would think, because at first you're like, man, this is going to be really runny. But it's not, because it's thickening. And as it thickens with that low heat, it turns into a gravy, and then you just adjust how thick you want it, and then you add your meat back in. Well,
unless it's the bacon.
Right, that you're going to eat.
Then you put that on the side with your gravy and biscuits. You put the sausage back in.
You eat the bacon while everything else is cooking.
So we may have to do something like that, because a lot of people on here are going to have a totally different idea of what some of it is.
Yeah, so that's what my plan was.
And maybe somebody else may just get a good idea, because everybody does their biscuits a little different.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody does their gravy a little different. So
the butter swim biscuits, those turned out really well too.
They really did.
They are really good. Do a cooking video of a real Southern biscuit and gravy. We'll have to do that.
We might do that. It probably won't get a lot of views, but we'll do it just because y'all said so.
Yeah. We title
it. And it lets me have biscuits and gravy.
And like she said, biscuits and gravy is a milk gravy, a white one, not a brown gravy.
Yes, it's definitely a white gravy.
Yep. With lots of pepper.
Yeah. And sausage.
Yes.
Dawn learned how to make biscuits and gravy in the Army.
Oh, well, that's cool. Keep a can of bacon grease on the counter at all times. We have one as well, and it stays on the stove.
And it's I think we've talked about this before. Growing up, and I wasn't the only one. I had friends and their grandmothers, everything was the same. They used the old percolator coffee pots, because the little filter pan in the top is where you poured it in, and it took all the bits out, the crumbs. And now they actually make pots for bacon grease.
Yep, that has the catch on the top.
Mm-hmm. They make them that way. Yep. So that's what everybody uses now, but it just allows you to pour it back out. And you showed them. No, I did the cornbread video, didn't I?
Yes.
Showed them how to make the swirl with the bacon grease. Mm-hmm. And
well, Mary, I'm going to have to teach you. She's never learned. She uses biscuit. Well, and it's so much easier. I mean, really, it is not that hard to make biscuits.
Where'd you learn to make biscuits, Zoe?
I taught myself.
The same place you learned to make cornbread. Where'd you learn to make cornbread and biscuits, Zoe?
My husband taught me.
I had to teach Zoe how to make biscuits and cornbread. And now she probably makes better cornbread than I do.
If I do it right, I do it good.
Yeah, you make really good cornbread.
Mm-hmm.
But I taught Zoe because when Zoe and I first got together, she made her cornbread out of the little blue and white box.
Well, that's not good.
That's cake. That's not cornbread.
I like Jiffy making corn casserole.
Daff said, I would appreciate seeing how your biscuits are made. I asked my granddaughter-in-law, who is from New York, and she said she's only
and that's a lot. A lot of people don't take the time to learn that trade anymore.
No, sure not.
If you weren't taught when you were young, then a lot of people just do not learn how to do that. It's the same with making bread. Making bread is so simple. It just takes time, but people are scared of it, so they don't do it. It's just easier to go and buy bread.
Tom Bell said when I was in Army on night watch, he would cook for his troops using bacon grease for the biscuits. And everybody wanted to volunteer for night watch. Always had a pot filled with the fat from the Sunday roast. Haven't had one since my mom died 11 years ago. Cold fat on toast with salt.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Londa said that's the kind her husband likes too. Jiffy. It tastes like.
He likes the Jiffy?
Yeah. I like Jiffy as corn casserole.
Ugh. It's not cornbread. It doesn't taste anything like cornbread. Like, even close.
Well, do you want to run through your seeds real quick? Because we've been talking about food for 56 minutes.
I forgot to show them on our last live.
Wednesday, the camera turned off, and Nick went, "Oh my gosh, I forgot." And I said, "What?"
I got my shipment.
I forgot to show them my seeds.
I got my shipment in.
He's like a proud little farmer.
A lot of shipment. Here, hold that.
Okay, because he ain't done yet.
Nope, because I got our pollinator collection too.
This is for me.
That's for Zoe. But I don't have to go through them all. I just wanted to show them my list of stuff. Look at that list.
It was time to replenish because our 6 boxes might have 1 or 2 empty.
Yeah, it was time to restock.
Pink eye purple holes.
Well, yeah, we plant so many of them every year. Plant them 3 times a season.
Bell peppers.
But y'all,
Marconi peppers.
I had this box sitting over here because my shipment came in Wednesday. And I'm like, Zoe, we can show them my seeds coming in. All Hoss. Everything in here.
Where is Catherine? Look. Look, Catherine. We're twins.
Has she got a Hoss bracelet?
She does.
But my seeds came in Wednesday, and I'm like, well, I need to show them our seeds that came in. I can show them my garden list and everything. And about the time we got off the live, I looked over and saw that box.
Yep. Corn.
God.
Corn.
G90.
Yeah.
You can buy bacon grease at the store.
I saw that. So,
I didn't know that.
That's how people, if people who sell cooked
Londa
bacon.
just explained she imported her husband from Wisconsin.
Oh,
that's why he eats Jiffy.
So, my grandmother is from Wisconsin, and she made me try sweet tea for the first time, and I don't think it had sweet in it. It was just tea.
And Zoe still will not drink
Actually, she burnt it, and I have not to this day liked a cup of tea.
If I got her to try decent sweet tea, she would probably like it.
No, you say that, and I'll get it, and I'll be like, "Oh, that tastes good," but I would never ever finish a cup.
It would be just like other things. When she tried it, she found out she actually liked it. Like, she hated salad when we first met. Tammy says she learned how to cook cornbread from Jiffy and biscuits from the Pillsbury Doughboy.
That's right. That's how I was. My mama likes to cook a lot of
I'm going to be very honest. I really, really like cooking biscuits, and I taught Zoe how. But then we quit doing it because there are some versions of frozen biscuits out there that are so good it just didn't make sense to make them anymore.
Right. Yeah.
It just didn't.
Well, first, Dawn, your mama asked about naming the puppy Hoss.
Maybe. That's my plan.
Dawn said, I don't fry bacon, so I buy bacon grease to keep for certain recipes. Makes a lot of sense. Cheryl says she's from Pennsylvania and they ate corn pone not made from Jiffy. So
that's just fine.
I've only had corn pone one time.
People call cornbread corn pone.
No, we had actual corn pone.
But that's what they call it.
Oh, that's probably what she's referring to. The corn pone we had was a wetter texture, and I absolutely loved it.
Where did we get that?
That was at that restaurant in Gatlinburg.
Was it?
It was on the plate, and I was like, this I would love to learn to make. It's corn pone. It was wetter. It was like a wet corn dressing kind of.
It was kind of a dressing texture.
Mm-hmm.
Londa said good sweet tea is like the most awesome liquid on the planet, and I agree with her. Cheryl said corn pone is your cornbread. But the version that we had that they called corn pone.
On their menu, everybody got a scoop of corn pone.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of like chicken and dressing without chicken. It had that consistency, kind of a wetter version of cornbread, and it was really good. Like, I started looking it up to see how to make it after that, because I was like, that would be really good.
And I didn't care for it all that much. I mean, it had a good flavor, but
you couldn't eat it more than a scoop or so at a time anyway.
Kim says she was born in Kansas and everyone drank sweet tea, but she hated it. Oh goodness. I missed some. Sue Ann grew up eating cornmeal much for breakfast a lot when she was young.
I actually like tea with no sweet at all. I agree, Jiffy is cake. I love cornbread and was thinking the other day I need to make some.
Yeah, but it ain't Jiffy.
You'll have to try Nick's recipe.
You can find it in an older video. I just don't remember how long ago it was.
Like deconstructed cornbread. Yes. I'm attending.
See you, Meg.
Bye, Meg. Was cooked in a cast iron pan with
Catherine
design of a corn.
She said it's unsweet tea for me. Catherine, that's just stained water. Corn pone has no eggs and flour. I didn't know that.
Oh.
Now, Zoe, reap what you sow, said cornbread and milk is good.
Nick loves cornbread and milk.
That's how Nick eats his.
Yep.
In a bowl of milk.
Leftover cornbread. First day.
Oh, yeah.
Is hot with some butter.
Yes.
A pat of butter.
What's left over goes in a bowl of milk.
Yep. I like to add.
Sweet tea is nothing but sugar water. Judy, you're like Zoe. You have tried bad versions of sweet tea.
Jody says they drink hot tea there.
Well, there's people here that drink hot tea.
But it's definitely not outdone by.
Oh, no. Not at all.
Unsweet tea is a sin.
Kayla drinks hot sweet tea.
There's lots of people that like it fresh made hot.
Yeah, I could see that, but I'm all right with it being fresh made hot. It's just got to be poured over ice.
Sweet milk or buttermilk? It'd be cow's milk.
Mine, that's sweet milk. With the cornbread, that's what we always called it, sweet milk. And I know people that eat it in buttermilk, but I choose sweet milk. Sweet tea made with honey in place of sugar. I don't think I could pull that off.
Kim says she grew up drinking Kool-Aid. Me too, girl. Me too.
Well, it's time to wrap up, Zoe, because we got to get your cabbage going.
Cook some cabbage.
Cabbage and mashed potatoes.
I forgot to go get Chance.
Foxcat can tell us we're fake Irish.
Is sweet milk the same as condensed milk?
No.
Condensed milk is got.
What you buy in the grocery store, a jug of milk, is what we're referring to as sweet milk.
Just your gallon of milk, half gallon.
It's just not buttermilk, which is the other option for eating cornbread, I suppose, because that's a lot of people do.
Oh, I know.
Put buttermilk on it. I just prefer sweet milk, and it's not like sweetened.
Whole milk,
sweet milk is regular milk.
Right, it's natural.
Well, if it's not whole milk, you go to 2% and 1%, then that starts to get like
water.
Catherine's tea. It's just water.
Yeah. Whole milk is sweet milk in Southern lingo.
Yes, it is. It's in Southern lingo, which I know y'all can't tell, but we don't talk all that Southern.
No.
We got to wrap up, Zoe.
All right, guys. We will see y'all. We got a video Tuesday, and we'll see y'all Wednesday before we head out. All right. Bye, guys.